What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to Impactful Living Podcast,
where it's all about impacting the masses.
My name is Chrissy, and this is my husband, George.
Wagwan, people.
Yes, and so today we want to talk about celebrating your wins, right? And I think so many of us downplay our wins. We don't get time. We don't make time to celebrate our wins. And it's so important that we celebrate our wins. Don't you believe so?
Absolutely.
Why do you think that you should celebrate your wins? Tell them out here.
I mean, a lot of times you'll go ahead and you're busting your ass and you feel like, yo, it's like you don't reward yourself. And there's a time when it comes to where you need to reward yourself, or you're going to feel like, yo, you burned out, you're not accomplishing shit. So at least one part in the process, you got to stop and say, listen, this is what I've accomplished. And it's all about accomplishment, right? You might not get to the goal yet, because every time we get to a goal and we love that we accomplished that goal, it's only a matter of time before we change that or say we need something else. So while we're on that journey to accomplish that goal, you're accomplishing stuff. There's little steps that you're taking to make sure that you get there. So while you're taking those steps, and those steps that you're taking could be major, it could be major accomplishments, but it's downplayed because you're not there at the ultimate goal. So you need to celebrate those wins so you could say, listen, you know what? I'm on the right track.
I completely agree. Like, even for myself, guys, right? Like, it's my birthday weekend. Woohoo! So my birthday is on Monday, but I almost didn't want to celebrate that moment, right? I was like, oh no, never mind. I'll just do something small. And I was downplaying that. Like, you guys know I have been through so much in life. And George is like, no, we are celebrating your life. You're here. You've made it. We're going to have a full-blown birthday bash, right? So because, again, I've been through so much, and I felt like, you know what? I need to start celebrating, even if it's the small wins. And I think it doesn't have to be necessarily birthdays and things of that nature, but even in business, right? You accomplish a goal, you did something. Let's say for those that like want to start a YouTube channel, you actually started. Find something, that's what we do. Like, we attach certain things that we do to a goal at the end. So like, okay, if we do this, you know what? We're going to go out and we're going to celebrate by going out to a nice dinner or a date or whatever it may be. But we just find times to celebrate those like little wins.
And the thing is, some people downplay it, right? Because the simple fact that they see somebody accomplish bigger than them. Mm-hmm. So the thing is, we're all on a different journey. We all have different ways of thinking. We all have different goals. Mm-hmm. So when it comes down to it, not because you may do a sale and your sale was, say for instance, your sale was $5,000 or whatnot, but somebody did a deal and the deal was a 20 grand deal. You're going to say, yo, you know what? There's no time to celebrate, right? Let me go ahead and start something else. And that's your first major deal, right? That person could be in business or could be doing this shit way longer than you, right? And even if they started out or got hired the same time as you, so what? It was your win. It was your biggest win.
I think that's one of our downfalls. We compare ourselves to other people and we don't feel like we measure up. We don't feel like we deserve to go out and, purchase something for ourselves or do something, because we're always constantly comparing. We're in a state, I just think it's just the world as a whole. Like, we're always comparing ourselves to people from Instagram, people from, YouTube, or just
people that we never fucking met.
People that who don't give a damn about us.
They don't give a shit about you. So like when you're out there and you're busting your ass and you finally got a win, like, yo, you don't play it because you see somebody else out there killing it and you're not understanding their process. You don't know if they're doing good or not. I was in an industry where there was a lot of fraud shit was going on, right? And I'm gonna bring it because you don't know the next person how they're getting the sales. They could be doing the sales and they're doing it wrong, or they're just making up sales, but it eventually will come back. So there's different things that's going on. Just know that your process is different from everybody else's. Mm-hmm. When you wake up in a whole different state than somebody else's. How you think, how you measure up is how you look at yourself in that mirror. It's not how somebody else look at you. You're your greatest enemy, right? So you have to at the end of the day say, listen, if I'm on my side, fuck everybody else. If I'm on my side,
Bump everybody else. That's what he said.
if I'm on my side, then yo, I can conquer the world. Yes. If I have a team of people that's even building me up on top of my confidence, damn, that's a lot to fuel somebody and let them go. But you can't wait on somebody else to 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 say, well, you know what, you can do it. You can't wait on somebody else to pump you up. You gotta pump yourself up. So at the end of the day, it's like, yo, when I look at it, when you wake up in the morning, you give thanks, right? When you wake up in the morning, you say, all right, today is a day for me to go out and do shit.
Yeah.
When you wake up in the morning, be like, all right, I got another day to love on the people, to appreciate on the people, but also I can get out there and accomplish the goal that I set my mind to.
Yes.
So once you get closer to your goal, once you accomplish one thing, right? Don't downplay it. I'm in real estate. And with real estate, I'm just gonna give you an example. You have different factors in real estate, right? So you have wholesaling, you have fix and flip, and you have buy and holds. But the thing is, some people, they'll say, all right, I want to come in and I want to get 10 rental properties, right? They don't have no rentals
or experience.
No experience, nothing, right? And you get your first rental property. And instead of you saying, damn, I accomplished something, I got one, they don't do shit. They don't appreciate it.
No. Every deal that we do, we go out and we celebrate that because it's a big deal. Because there are people out here not doing anything.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's like, yo, don't downplay what you've accomplished, right? Don't downplay it. We live in a world where we're trying to compare ourselves with other people, right? But those people don't give two shits about you. Those people don't even know you.
Mm-hmm.
Those people, right, are living their best life. And some of them, it's just photos, it's just pictures, it's just fucking fake videos that are they're making, right? So at the end of the day, live for you, live for the people around you, live to impact people in a positive way, right? And while you're doing that, celebrate your wins. If you help somebody, celebrate that, right? I'm not telling you to go out there and do no crazy thing, right?
Exactly. When we say
Now,
celebrate, start small.
Right? It could be. Now, if it's a big deal,
Yeah,
like
if it's a
shit,
big deal.
if you've done a deal and you make a few, you know,
you make $100,000, you
right,
make a little,
then you can
can
go on
do
a
something.
trip. Shit, you could go on a vacation. If you did $100,000 deal and you'd be like, yo, you've been working your ass off all year or for a few months. Let me go ahead and reset. Right? Let me go ahead and reset, because you do need to reset sometimes. You do need to recover, right? So you could start over again. But don't downplay your talents. Don't downplay what you've accomplished. And I feel like a lot of people do that.
But something that, you guys can do as well too is like you could just get a vision board, right? And just say, you know what, when I accomplish this is what I'm going to reward myself with. When I do this is what I'm going to reward myself with. And just kind of have a list and have them match up. Because, I mean, if anybody's ever been to our house, they see that all over the place.
Yeah.
In our bedroom, downstairs in our office, we have that everywhere. But we also have certain goals attached to things. So, like, you already know what I want. Well, when I hit a certain goal, I'm going to go out and get a certain thing. I'm not telling anybody what that is yet. You're just going to see me with it when I'm ready. But no, seriously, I always try to attach those goals. And I just feel like it helps you. It motivates. Oh, I'm very good at that. Like, I don't play it. I feel like it motivates you, though. I feel like we get into the rat race of every day, right? We're dealing with our kids. We're dealing with people like me who deal with, health issues. You're dealing with clients, whatever it may be. And I just feel like when we're constantly doing something, like, what about us? What about us? I'm not talking about going out and buying your kids something or going out and buying your parents something. I'm talking about yourself. self-care. Sometimes it may not even be you going out and buying yourself a car or clothes, but sometimes it might be just you going out to the spa, taking a day for yourself. Like George and I used to do that all the time. Like when we had killer days in the market or whatever it may be, we're going to the spa. We're like, all right, grab your purse. We're going to walk into the spa and go get a massage done and go get certain things because that resets me. That gets my mind right. That gets me together. When I go get massages and I get to relax and just unwind, I'm like ready to kill it the next day. And I feel like when you know that, you're going to strive to like hit those goals because you already attached something to it. So I think we just, in order for us to like really move a little bit faster, you got to start attaching goals to it. Because if you just work for no apparent reason, it's not fun, it's not enjoyable, you don't give a damn anymore. But like when you do stuff, you're excited. You're like, damn, yes, I'm about to go ahead and I'm about to get this. So I just think attaching something to your goals just makes it a lot easier.
You know, I know you do, right? You always attach something to your
But don't
goal.
I work harder?
But my thing is, a lot of people don't. A lot of people. So when you set a goal, do you know why you set it?
Why I said it? Yeah, because I'm trying to accomplish something. Like I already
But
set
do you
out.
set that goal because you see somebody else with it? Or you
No.
think it would be nice?
No.
Or
If
you
I'm
say,
setting
"Yo,
goals, I'm
yes."
setting goals for myself because it's nice for me and it impacts me and my family. Okay?
Bah, 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 bah.
No, but seriously, it impacts me, my husband, and my children. That's all that matters to me. As long as I'm happy, first of all, I love my husband, but I need to be happy. And then my children. So when I'm doing certain things that I'm writing out, because I love writing out goals, like you guys, I need to come on here and talk about the 12-week plan because I really, really focus on that. Like George knows, like when that time frame is up, I'm like recalculating what I need to do for the next 3 months. How do I need to plan out my life? And I do certain things. And, you know, my husband, he helps me accomplish those goals too. And he pushed me, which is nice because you have somebody there to push you and remind you constantly, like, okay, you got a goal to hit. You need to do this. So for those of you that don't know, like I do a lot of stretch videos on YouTube on Sunday mornings, right? George is my cameraman. And he'd be like, okay, come on, I need you to do it. And we'd be like knocking out mad videos together.
Yeah.
And as soon as we're done, we're about to go celebrate. We don't got to worry about that for another month or so. So it's just nice having a partner that, you know, supports you and pushes you and to accomplish those goals that's in your life. I think it's so important though.
It's nice to have me.
It's amazing to have you. Seriously, I couldn't accomplish none of this without him.
So, you know, back to what the question was.
Oh, sorry.
Right?
I get off track.
No, you didn't. You didn't because you answered the question. But the thing is, a lot of people, they set goals based on what they see with other people.
No, you can't do that.
And they think like, yo.
But you know what though? It's nothing wrong. Let me start off saying that. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Because sometimes you might not even know that you want a certain thing until you see it. Right? So for example, like what do you think commercials are? Commercials influence your decision. You know, when I saw Regina King in a whip, I'm like, yes, sis, that's the vehicle, right? And I said, I like that. And I started doing research and looking and figuring out like, okay, that might be the next one.
Okay, so you're saying
but it's not because of other people, like, oh my God, I gotta have that. It was just, I saw a commercial
that influenced you.
Influenced my decision. I started to do my research and made me realize, okay, I kind of like that.
I could see that.
So it's nothing wrong with that.
I can see that.
But I'm not saying that everything somebody has, you should want. That's not me. Like what my friends have, I don't want. Like that's for you.
Okay.
But you know, you always got those kind of people out there in the world.
You have a lot of them.
Yes.
So the thing is, again, we have to realize certain things. We have to realize why we want something. Once we figure out why we want something, we work towards that. But when we're working towards it, I highly recommend that everything happens in small stages, right? So, example with your YouTube, right? You wanted to accomplish certain goal.
Correct.
And you dissect that in little small sections.
Correct.
Right? What you need to do. Well, you need to do this amount of videos. Well, you need to make sure that you have SEOs and all that stuff, and you research. You do your research and you break up little things.
Correct.
Right? And like doing those small things is like once you accomplish them, they seem like nothing, right?
Yeah.
But then afterwards, the video, when the video is done, people are looking, people are liking, people are watching, people are thanking you. You'd be like, all right, you've accomplished something.
Correct.
So the goal of it wasn't, because my thing is, the goal for you is not just to create a video. The goal for you is to create a video that inspires and help people.
Correct. It's all about impacting the masses.
Right. So for some people going in, they might say, yo, I just want to create a video and put it up on YouTube. But why is the reason that you want to create the video? If it's just created to put up on YouTube, then you're doing the wrong thing. It should always to provide some kind of value, right? Yeah. When you're providing value to other people, you're impacting other people's life, which at that time, celebration should be going off.
But when you impact other people's life, it's such a fulfillment in your own, right? And I didn't realize that until I got started. But before I get into that, welcome everybody that is now joining in. We're talking about celebrating your wins. Comment below, let us know where you're tuning in from. And we just love and appreciate that you guys come on here and you support us weekly. And if you have anything that you want us to discuss on this podcast, let us know. But yes, I just feel like, what was I saying again? I completely just forget all the time.
You was just telling me how amazing I was.
Oh, yeah, you're amazing, boo. No, we were talking about celebrating. Oh, I was saying that, do you know that there are some people that just go through life day by day and have no goals set out?
That sucks.
No, seriously, some people just don't know how to set goals. They just wake up every morning, go to work. They don't, even if you have a job, nothing is wrong with that. But I feel like you still need to aspire for something.
But some people, do you think that some people, they had goals and because their goals got crushed, then they say, fuck this, I'm done.
I mean, that does happen, right? But that's a mental state.
Because I think everybody at some stage in their life has some kind of goal, fantasy, dream that they want. And once that goal got crushed, they'd be like, yo, I don't like this feeling. I don't want to deal with this shit no more. So I'm not going to do it. But you can't live like that.
No, but sometimes you just don't have the right people in front of you, because a lot of people may say, oh, this business didn't work. This is not for me. But maybe you just didn't have the right mentor to guide you. Maybe you just didn't have the right friends or people to show you another direction to accomplish that goal. Like, there are people out here that say, you know what, damn, my credit is so bad and I don't know how to fix it. Oh, there's no hope for me. I don't give a shit. I'm just going to sit here at a 400, 500 credit score. Mm-hmm. When there are ways for you to improve your credit, to boost your credit up, but you just haven't ran across the right people to help you and show you how to do that, to get an 800, to show you how to get American Express Platinums, to show you how to get certain things to enhance your life. It's just that you just haven't encountered the right people because you're not putting yourself in the right rooms. So, I mean, that's just it. It's just lack of education.
Or lack of exposure.
Exposure, correct. Yeah. But again, when you're hungry for change and you're hungry, you're going to figure it out. You're going to get into the right people. You're going to ask the right questions. Because sometimes you'll get into the room, but you don't ask the right questions. You don't ask for the help. You allow your pride to get the best of you. So then at that point, you don't get to accomplish your goals. You don't get to reach those. You don't get to do your celebrations. You don't get to do anything because you're sitting there like a little mouse.
Very true. Because in somewhat ways, I could see myself where my ego sometimes could get in the way of things.
Yeah.
Right? And that pride of, all right, you want to do it yourself.
But I don't feel like you are that type of person. I just feel like when you get in the room, you're like, yo, you go into rooms where you're not the smartest person in the room, which is the best types of rooms to be in, right? And you're constantly asking people like, yo, okay, how did you do that? How did you do that? You soak in that information. I see you. Like, he is such a people person. Like, I'm a social media people person, right? Like, I love this type of stuff. He's like real life. Like, yo, what's good? Like, how are you? And then soak in the information and learn from people. Like, you're constantly learning and educating and pushing yourself to the next level. And I love that about you. And you take in that. You're always like in the room and you engage.
So for me, it's like it's always trying to learn, right? So you can't just sit if you don't try to expand yourself to go and put yourself in front of other people. And the point, the crazy part about it is being in the room with certain people can get you to certain places. Sometimes you don't have to
Faster.
know. Sometimes you don't even know shit, right? But because you're in the room with people, there's opportunities that show up, right? It could be, say for instance, if it's the stock market with trading, you could be in a room and the guys that you're in the room with, they know a play that's about to happen, and yo, they're talking and they're sharing information, and you'd be like, yo, yeah, for real. And you get that play, you go in that play and you make money, right? It could be something where you're talking about real estate and they're talking about an opportunity zone or something about to pop off in a certain area where they're about to build this huge complex, right? That can impact the values of the houses in that area.
Mhm.
And they're talking about something that's coming in the next 5 years. So now when the properties are cheap in that area, you have an opportunity to go up and buy those properties for a lot cheaper than 5 years from now when you're saying, shit, I didn't know that this was going to happen. But because you're in the room, you knew that it was going to happen and you had the ability to buy before your shit start popping off. So now you get houses as a cheap discount versus you're buying at a way higher market value.
Correct. I mean, the goal of this, guys, is I want everybody like take today, this weekend, and just sit down and create like some goals and attach it so to something that you could start to celebrate. I want to see everybody celebrating wins. Okay, if you got a kidney, if you have a certain birthday, if you got a promotion with a job, if you just bought a brand new house, if you just got a new car,
If you met the love of your
if you
life,
met the love of your life, exactly. Celebrate that win. Make it something where, you know what? You decide today, going forward, you're going to celebrate all your wins.
so what win we celebrating for you this weekend?
I'm celebrating life. That's my win. I am alive, which I almost wasn't many times. I'm alive. I am here. And I am going to celebrate my wins all weekend. all weekend. Okay? I started all. Okay, let that New York come out. All.
You see how sometimes the New York come out and not even notice.
Exactly. So I celebrated last night, which was an amazing night. I'm going to celebrate today with my husband and my kids, and then what y'all Jamaicans call it, bashment party.
Bashment party. Long time I use the word this time. Bashment party.
No, but seriously though, we're gonna celebrate all weekend because I just think it's so important. So that's why we just wanted to come on this morning and just talk to you guys and just remind you guys that it's important for you to celebrate your wins, no matter how small, how big, whatever it is. Just know that you matter. You matter.
Facts.
And whatever you're doing, do it for yourself, no one else. That's the only way for true happiness. You have to genuinely do it for yourself first.
Do it because you love to do it. Do it because you want to. And it could be saying, when you do it, you're attaching something to it. A lot of times people don't realize, but you're attaching something to it. So when you're going out there trying to say, yo, a lot of people want to go out and do something. And when you look at it, is it for you? Is it for your kids? Is it for other people? Right? If you're working for other people to be happy, you're making other people happy, but are you happy? Because eventually what's going to happen is you're going to burn yourself out and going to be like, shit, I don't want to do this no more.
Correct.
Right?
Fulfillment, trying to please mommy and daddies, trying to please other people.
There's a lot of that.
Yes.
And I damn sure don't want to fall in that trap of let my sons feel like, yo, they have to go out and please mommy and daddy by doing certain things. So, for us, it's like for I can talk for myself. I can even talk for my wife. When we're doing something, we attach it when we're doing a goal or we have a goal, we attach it to something. So once we get to that goal, all right, what we're doing a dinner. Are we going somewhere
Vacation.
here? Are we doing a staycation, a vacation? What are we doing? So we could attach it to something. It could be like, a little date night, a walk in the park, something. It doesn't have to be major. The bigger the goal, the bigger accomplishment, the bigger you could go as far as celebration, right? But a simple thing as losing weight, right?
Oh, that's big. Go get you a whole new wardrobe, sis.
A simple thing is losing weight. You see what I'm saying? People don't, like, you smile, but yo, go out and buy yourself a new piece of clothes, right? You're basically attaching it to something because you want to be healthier. If you're saying, I don't want to eat any more kind of meat or whatever it is, right? Go out and celebrate, right? If you say, you're not smoking anymore, go out and celebrate. You haven't smoked in a week. Shit, go do something. Go celebrate. Have it and be like, I've been smoking my whole, like, for what, 5-10 years, and I haven't smoked a cigarette in a week. Go and celebrate that. You've accomplished something that most people can't even fucking do, right? So at the end of the day, keep it up. Like, you have to attach your goal to something, so when you get there, you can celebrate and keep on celebrating. One of my thing was, when I work out, it come to a point where my daily what do you call it? Shit, I forget my daily thing for me as far as celebration was my milkshake, right? Because the shit tastes so good. So I'm like, I can't wait to drink that. So I have to get through my workout before I even go ahead and say, all right, I'm gonna drink this. So you have to attach certain things to where you feel good, right? And once you do that, you're good.
You're good.
You're good.
All right, guys. We just wanted to come on, like I said, just to talk to you, another Impactful Living podcast. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and we will see you guys on the next episode.
All right, guys.
Bye.